Oh, I love the place.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Right. Yeah, too cheap, boy.
tun da wajen kokowa ne to ga ta nan dai ga ta nan fa ga ta nan ku ga ta nan ku fa to ga ta nan dai ga ta nan kowa ya murda kowa mai ƙarfi da mai wayo yake ya rama yake ya rama ali kuma ɗan yago ali sa ka ba da alkhairi bayan kana national chairman kuma an ƙara ma mu
Some action in the world of sport there, traditional sport and also golf. Right now from Nigeria. Welcome you on the show, Weekend Sports on Trust TV. Adini Aji Shafe. We take you through some activities that happened during the week and also those that will be happening for this weekend. What's a juicy weekend and a tough one for Arsenal fans right now. What a match between Arsenal and Southampton. More of that on the show. But right now, let's start from reviewing the week. A lot of activities that happened during the week, and we look at those stories that are really trending right now. Let's look at NFF to constitute NWFL, NNL, NLO board soon. That will be coming up in that will be in 4 weeks' time, according to the news that came up during the week. Although MPFL has been struck out from it because we'll be looking at the second story from that. But right now, we're still looking at this NFF to constitute NWFL, NNL, NLO board in 4 weeks' time. And right now, all the boards of these particular leagues we have in Nigeria will be set up for us to see the leadership there, how they'll be running the affairs of Nigerian, and that's NWFL, Nigerian Women Football League, Nigerian National League, and also not forget the Nationwide League One, all coming together under the mandate of NFL, Nigerian Football Federation, trying to see how they can offer all the boards that particular mandate there. Now, we look at the second story that also trended during the week. IMC to remain in office to complete mandate after that particular first story broke out. NFL had to come out that yes, they are giving the IMC, the Interim Management Committee, governing the affairs of the Nigerian Premier Football League, to continue to the end of this season. By the time they finish their Bridge League and also the Super Six, they will be looking at having the board for the MPFL there. Coming from the NFL, why they say IMC to remain in office to complete mandate. Really, they've done well so far. Looking at what they've done in the MPFL, this is in the Bridge League, making sure the clubs get at least 10 million naira each as a start off for the beginning of the league there, and also making sure the rules and regulation of MPFL are being followed by all these clubs, deduction of points, and also finding them some amount of money just to make sure they sanitize the MPFL there. Those two stories came up during the week where IMC said they will actually have been given the chance to remain in office by the NFL and also NFF to constitute NWFL, NNL, and NLO board soon. While we look at that, games were played during the week in the women's league right now. We also look at the men too. But let's look at the way the table actually stands after they played those matches for the NWFL in Group A, where the first three teams qualified to play the Super Six. Delta Queens, Bayelsa Queens, Rivers Angels all qualified there, having 26, 25, and 20 points respectively. And you have Nigeria Tels, Heartland, and Royal Queens still remaining in the league for next season. Osun Babes right now, they've relegated from the league from the way it is. And you look at Group B, how it's actually standing after they play their the matches on Wednesday. Let's look at Group B in the NWFL right now. NWFL Group B, you have Edo Queens topping there. FC Robo Queens, Conference Queens coming third, and they qualify for the Super Six ahead of Nasarawa Amazons, Adamawa Queens, and Abia Angels. Ibom Angels also relegated from the league, having just 6 points, a minus 24 in the goal difference after they conceded 30 goals and scored only 6 goals in the league for this season. Well, Edo Queens, Robo Queens, Conference Queens, not forgetting Delta, Rivers, all warming up for the Super Six that will be coming up. Now, let's look at the top scorers in the NWFL. You have Mexi Omoko from Delta Queens with 9 goals. Agams Ikechi, Abia Angels. Chinaza Agofevo, actually she scored 6 goals with Delta Queens. Is Jami Lucy for Lashade, FC Robo Queens of Lagos with 6 goals. Nasarawa Amazons, Aweda City Lions scoring 5 goals. Chioma Moses, Conference Queens, also before, from Conference to Edo Queens, 5 goals there. Oka Dalby from Edo Queens to Rivers, 5 goals. And you have Sebastian Flourish, actually scored 5 goals also for Bayelsa Queens in the NWFL Premiership scorers chart for this season. Kudos to all of them, all the players and all the teams that participated. Just giving you updates concerning how the Women League ended during the week there. Now, let's look at the men. Games were also played over the weekend, and now let's look at how the table is standing before we look at the top scorers in the MPFL table Group A. Now we look at Bende Insurance, yet to lose, and they are still topping there with 28 points in playing 14 matches. You have Eyimba second there, Aqua United, Plateau United in that pecking order. Remo Stars are now standing fourth. You have Gombe United, Shooting Stars, Kwara United, Nasarawa United in 9th position, and you have El Kaneme Warriors standing 10th on the law with 9 points, minus 14 goal difference. Looking at MPFL Group A table there. Let's look at Group B as it also ended over the weekend as we transferred. So just today, Lobby Stars are really doing well, topping that group with 26 points, and you have Doma United, really surprising almost everyone that has been following MPFL League, newcomers at the really show class in the MPFL. Abia Warriors, Rivers United, you have Niger Tornado, Sunshine Stars having 18 points from 14 matches. Bayelsa United, Enugu Rangers, Dakada FC, and you have Wiki Tourists of Bauchi on 10th position. But for Rivers United, they have 2 games to play right now, although those 2 games could fetch them 6 points if they are able to win. Right now, they are standing 4th on the log with 20 matches. They'll be playing this weekend against Young Africans of Tanzania in the first leg of CAF Confederations. We just saw there all the tables of this MPFL Group A and B. Let's look at the top scorer so far in the MPFL. Chukwuemeka Obioma has scored 10 goals for Eyimba International. Robert Mizo Bayelsa United is with 9 goals. Imade of Serekwe from Bende Insurance with 8 goals. Usman Musa is also doing well, scoring 6 goals there. You look at Abba Umar, 6 goals with Lobby Star, Cyrilo Lisema. Also, not forgetting the fact that he has scored 5 goals. Joseph Atule, and you have David Okorome, all making it to the top scorers match day 14 after those matches were played. So far, Obioma has been doing so well, topping the MPFL top scorers chart there. Congrats to all the teams. It's really getting very interesting right now because with just 3 matches or 4 matches to go now, we know who will be winning the league because the top 3 teams will be playing the Super 6, and we wait to see who will be getting to that top, that's the Super 6 there. Right now, we've been talking about the MPF and also the NWFL, giving you update concerning that, like looking at the review of the week. Now, let's quickly look at the Budapest 2023 World Athletics Championship, where a Nigerian, her name is Chioma Onyekwere, through 64.96 meters to qualify for Budapest 2023 World Athletics Championship in discus. This lady has really done well for herself and also for Nigeria, because right now she has qualified for the World Athletics Championship that will be coming up in Budapest 2023. Ahead of the competition, Nigerians are hoping that she will be able to do well in discus, shot put, not forgetting javelin. These are sports that Nigerians are very good at in some times back, but right now we're getting back, and we used to have the like of Vivian Chukwuemeka there. Now we still have them. For the likes of Chioma Onyekwere, she has done well for herself by qualifying for Budapest 2023 World Athletics Championship. Wishing her all the best by the time the competition begins there. Well, still talking about the week, another news that came up, and it really drew attention of a sports lover across the world, has to do with boxing. Boxing has been in the talk of the town right now for the fact that organizers of a heavyweight championship that will be coming up in Saudi Arabia are saying, well, by December 2023, they are trying to organize at least 2 bouts between 4 heavyweight boxers. Now, let's look at that particular story. Boxing. The ball is in AJ's court, Deontay Wilder's camp. Well, from the way it is, Deontay Wilder versus Anthony Joshua could be coming up in December, precisely in Saudi Arabia. And also, not forget the fight that Tyson Fury could be fighting Alexander Usyk. Those two heavyweight boxing bouts could be coming up, and the four of them could be slugging it out over there in Saudi Arabia. A particular boxing bout that could worth a whooping $400 million if eventually see the light of the day. So the organizers are really trying to see how this particular fight will be happening, and if it happens, Deontay Wilder, Anthony Joshua, you have Usyk versus Tyson Fury, the one they call the Gypsy King, will be coming up in that particular night. What a night it will be if really this particular fight will actually happen. And the group of Wilder, that's Deontay Wilder, say, well, we are ready for this fight. We are ready. We want to do this fight. We are really hoping that AJ's camp will accept the offer and also make sure the fight see the light of the day. And it's a big one. If Anthony Joshua really wants to take this on against Deontay Wilder, it is going to be a pound-for-pound heavyweight bout between the two heavyweight champions. Though right now they are former champions, because none of them is actually holding the belt. They can actually, at least if either of them that win this fight, will be hoping to see who will be facing Alexander Usyk versus Tyson Fury, who are both holding the 4 belt. Usyk is holding 3, and Tyson Fury is holding WBC belt there. Just giving you update concerning what has actually happened during the week in the world of boxing. Well, good one there. Let's wait and see what will be happening between the 4 heavyweight boxers. Not to take anything away from the Chinese man who really has done well for himself. They call him the Big Bang. He was able to defeat Joe Joyce of Britain in the last episode of their fight. But right now, the biggest bout that will be coming up in December could be between these 4 that we just outlined there. Giving you update concerning boxing. Now we move away from boxing. Why is he talking about what happened during the week? Just earlier today, well, games were on in the NBA. Let's look at the result of those games that were played in the NBA right now. You look at the man of the moment, the one they call Jokic Nikola. He did so well for his club, scoring 20 points, 11 rebounds, and he had 12 assists, where Denver Nuggets, they did well against Minnesota Timberwolves, winning 120 against Timberwolves, actually scored 111. Jokic doing so well there, 120 against 111 in the NBA playoff results. Still looking at the result, let's look at the other 2 now. We look at another one that happened between New York Knicks against Cleveland Cavaliers, 99 against 79. You have Jalen Brunson there, 21 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists that he got in that particular game for New York Knicks, where he was able to get 21 points, and they won that game with extra 20 points there. You can't take it away from New York Knicks. They actually nip it in the ball against Cleveland Cavaliers in that particular encounter earlier today. The third result actually happened also in the NBA playoffs. Atlanta Hawks show why they are called the Hawks against Boston Celtics, 130 against Boston Celtics that scored 122. You can't take it away from Trae Young, 32 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists for Trae Young in this particular NBA playoff game. And it's a good one for him because he did so well, and they won that game. Atlanta Hawks 130, Boston Celtics 122. Just giving you update concerning what happened, and really it has been a wonderful performance from different clubs that are playing in the NBA playoffs right now. It's a fight to finish, and the clubs are really seeing who will stay on and who will drop out of this. And right now, we quickly look at some of the awards. Yes, the NBA award nominations, and some award have been actually, the winners have been announced recently. We look at those that actually won the award, starting from the coach of the year. The man of the moment, his name is Mike Brown. Well, he did well. He has been with Sacramento Kings, and he has done well for himself by winning the Coach of the Year unanimously. He was picked by almost all the voters there. And congrats to Coach Mike Brown, who has won the Coach of the Year for himself and also for his club, Sacramento, who are really doing so well at the NBA playoffs right now. You can't take anything away from the man that's done so well for himself. He becomes the 11th Sacramento Kings coach that has won the Coach of the Year. You can't take that away from Mike Brown, who has been with the Tigers before, and now we have to talk about the NBA Coach of the Year. Well decorated there. And now still talking about the awards that actually been taken that took place so far in the NBA. Let's look at the NBA defensive. That's the defensive final player of the year. Talking about the NBA right now. Defensive player of the year went to Jaren Jackson Jr. Jaren Jackson Jr. has done well for himself, playing for Memphis Grizzlies, and he has done so well defending for his club, Memphis Grizzlies. They are winning this particular award. It's a deserved one, although others equally deserve it, but right now the award actually goes to him, and congrats to Jaren Jackson there. Still talking about the NBA award so far. Those that are won, we talked about the coach, we talked about the defensive winner. Now let's look at the sixth man of the year in the NBA. Talking about Malcolm Brogdon. He has done well for himself. Boston Celtic has become the sixth man of the year. You can't take that away too from him. Really, he deserves to get this award. He has done well for himself, playing for the Boston Celtics, the man called Malcolm Brogdon there. And right now, still talking about the award now, let's look at another one. After talking about the Coach of the Year, let's talk about the clutch. Yes, the clutch player of the year. We have the clutch player of the year that belongs to De'Aaron Fox. De'Aaron Fox has been a fantastic player for Sacramento Kings, and really, he deserves this. Clutch player of the year there. Well, his coach won the Coach of the Year, and himself also getting the clutch player of the year. Just giving you the 4 categories of awards so far, at least listed there by the NBA, and good one there. And right now we look at the other ones yet to be announced, but let's look at the finalists, starting from the most improved finalists. The most improved finalists of the NBA. Now we have Jalen Brunson, Shai Gilson, Alexander, Laurie Markkanen, who will get it among the 3 finalists right now, the most improved player in the NBA. Well, let's do also, we look at the Rookie of the Year. Yes, the Rookie of the Year finalists now, looking at Paulo Banchero, Walker Kessler, and Jalen Williams, all doing well for Oklahoma City Thunder, Utah Jazz, Orlando Magic. These are the Rookie of the Year finalists. Who wins it? We wait for that to come, and then we look at the biggest one, the MVP finalists, the 3 players that have been nominated for the MVP finalists. They are talking about this particular award that will be coming up. You look at Joel Embiid, you can't take it away from him, and Nikola Jokic, who just did so well for his club Denver Nuggets, and the Milwaukee Bucks man Giannis Antetokounmpo. The 3 of them are gunning for the MVP, most valuable player of the year. Well, for Denver Nuggets, Nikola Jokic, he also deserves it. Joel Embiid, Philadelphia 76ers, is there, a contender for it. And for Giannis Antetokounmpo with Milwaukee Bucks, all of them really deserve to be named in the MVP finalists. Just giving you updates concerning all this in the world of basketball, and we've been looking at all the category of awards that have been announced, and those are yet to be announced, talking about the finalists. Before we leave the NBA, let's look at the NBA player of all-time leading scorer. NBA player of all-time leading scorer, starting from LeBron James. He has been able to gather 7,680 so far in the NBA playoffs. So as a total score, Michael Jordan is second there. You have Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. This is the NBA playoffs scores anyway. Kobe Bryant, the late. And you have Shaquille O'Neal, Tim Duncan, Karl Malone, Kevin Durant, Jerry West, Tony Parker, don't forget Dwayne Wade is standing 11 there. Larry Bird, John Havlicek, Hakeem Olajuwon, the Dream, Magic Johnson. You have Dirk Nowitzki. Stephen Curry is now standing 17th there after he was able to add to his points in the NBA playoff. You have Scottie Pippen. You can't take it away from Erling Baylor, standing 19, and Wilt Chamberlain. The great Wilt Chamberlain is standing 20 in the all-time leader NBA playoff scoring leaders there. Just to give you a lot of activities in the world of basketball, NBA is always so glamorous to talk about it. Hopefully, Nigerian basketball will get it right, and will continue to give you more concerning Nigerian basketball there. Just giving you update concerning what has happened during the week, and right now we'll be crossing over to talk about the event for the week. Let's start with the CAF Confederation quarterfinal, where Rivers United to face Young Africans in first leg. The first leg will be coming up. Defending champion of MPFL, Rivers United, they are up against Young Africans of Tanzania. That will be coming up at Goswe Akpabio Stadium in Uyo, the one they call Nest of Champions, and it will be coming live. What will they be doing on Sunday? That will be a big match for Rivers United. So far, the only club in Nigeria remaining in the CAF Interclub competition, CAF Confederation, the second tier of CAF competition there. Right now, they'll be facing Young Africans of Tunisia, rather Tanzania, and they are saying, well, they will not underrate them. It's a big one because for them to qualify for this quarterfinals, both of them are equal to the task. It's going to be a big fight there between Rivers United and Young Africans of Tanzania. A big one there, hoping that Rivers United will do us proud by still winning this with a wide goal margin before they go for the second leg in Tanzania. Wishing them the best there. Talking about the CAF Confederation quarter-final first leg that will be coming up in Uyo. Now, let's look at another story trending. Let's look at FIFA Under-20 World Cup. The draw was actually done. That was yesterday on Friday. And we look at the Flying Eagles face Brazil, Italy, Dominican Republic in Group D. A big one for the Under-20 team of Nigeria, the one they call Flying Eagles. They'll be fighting at the FIFA Under-20 World Cup. What will be happening there? Well, as it is, can they do well in this group? Looking at Brazil, Italy, although the coaches have been talking that they are equal, they are ready for this, they will qualify from this group. Now, let's look at the other group. Looking at the entire draw that was made from Group A, you have Argentina, Uzbekistan, Guatemala, New Zealand in Group A. In Group B, you have USA, Ecuador, Fiji, Slovakia. In Group C, you have Senegal, Japan, Israel, and Colombia. Group D, Italy, Brazil, of course, Nigeria, Dominican Republic. Group E, Uruguay, Iraq, England, and Tunisia. What a group. And you have Group F, France, Korea Republic, the Gambia, and Honduras. The Gambia, Tunisia, Nigeria, and Senegal are representing Africa in this competition that will be coming up in Argentina. And we hope that our boys will do us proud there. Hopefully, they will make Nigeria proud. They are right now in Group D alongside Italy, Brazil, and Dominican Republic. Let's just believe that they can scale through because Quilla Dambozo, nobody at stake right now, playing against like of Italy and Brazil. So far in this competition, Argentina remained the highest winner. They won it about 6 times thereabout. And right now, they are also trying to go on to host. And also, we bought Nigeria Under-20. The Flying Eagles are ready against Brazil, Italy, Dominican Republic. Just to give you an update concerning that particular story that actually came up yesterday. Now, let's look at new segment that we created on the show. Last week we started it, and this week we're looking at 3 different sportsmen. Though one is a team and 2 others who really did well for Nigeria. Enyimba International, not forgetting Jigere Wellington, and also Nduka Odiso for what they did in the world of sport. Let's take you back to where we call it, Did You Know? Let's give you this. I'll be right back. Good one there to let you have a feel of Nigerians are actually done well when it comes to sport. Nduka Odizo, Nigerian great when it comes to tennis. 1983, going to the fourth quarter of the that particular tennis championship there. At least he did well. If we are playing tennis, you can take a cue from Nduka Odizo for what he has done, and also Jigere Wellington in Scrabble for what he did, becoming world champion in 2015. You can't take that away from him also. And not forgetting Eyimba International also winning the Champions League, CAF Champions League. They did it back-to-back in 2003 and 2004 for being able to win this particular league there. Good one for all the three. Did you know that we actually gave you? And also not forgetting the fact that we have a lot of Nigeria that has done well for themselves when it comes to sporting activities in the world of sport. And right now, we just have to always appreciate them for what they are doing. And really, these Nigerians deserve our commendation for what they've done so far. Nduka Odizo at the progressive fourth round in 1983, Wimbledon, the first Nigerian to have done this. I had to achieve that in tennis. Well, that's a good one there. Just giving you update concerning that. Did you know? It's a new segment. I will continue to give you more on the show, Weekend Sport. Now we'll be going on a short break where you have a feel of some football. By the time we return, the show continues. Abia Warriors, Plateau United here, just to have a feel of football from Nigerian League. We've been giving you updates concerning sporting activities. Well, we've talked about the NBA. We also talked about the MPFL and looking at the table and the top scorers. Not forgetting the NWFL, where the top 6 team actually have emerged so far. Right now, we move away. Let's talk about Kano State right now. Kano to host that NLO 2023 opening match on May 3rd, when the NLO, the Nationwide League One, will be starting. That will be happening over there in Kano, where Kwankwansia FC to play against Kano Junior. That's Kano Pillars FC Junior. Kwankwansia United, rather. They will be playing against Kano Pillars FC Junior in that particular encounter that will be coming up in Kano. The opening match of the Nationwide League for 2023. Well, that's a big one there, a big match between the two teams. It's going to be a fantastic one because it will bring a lot of fans coming to watch Kano Pillar FC Junior versus Kwankwansia United over there in Kano. The 2023 NLO opening match that will be coming up on May 3rd there. Well, just to give you updates concerning that for those who love real grassroots football. It's getting closer, and you look at the NLO Nationwide League One, the top tier of Nigerian professional football league, will be having Kwankwansia United versus Kano Pillars FC Junior team slugging it there. And now we look at matches that will be actually coming up this weekend. A lot of matches in the MPFL, talking about Premier League, the FA Cup, straight to Italian Serie A, not forget the French League. Matches were also played yesterday. Good one for PSG. They were able to win that game because of Mbappe's brace. And you look at Arsenal playing 3-3 against Southampton. What's the way to go in the world of football? A match that got a lot of Arsenal fans on their feet. But right now, before we talk about Arsenal match, where you can call in, although don't start calling yet, let's quickly look at fixtures later for this weekend, starting from the MPFL straight down to the selected top matches for this weekend. Big battles to finish the world of football there. Just giving you those matches that will be coming up from the MPF even down to Europe in those top 5 leagues in Europe there. And right now, we look at selected matches that will be coming up. Big one there, Juve Napoli. Can Napoli get back against Juve over there in the city of Turin? And you look at Lyon, Marseille, not forgetting Barcelona, Atletico Madrid. Big match there. Sevilla, Villarreal. Well, Samuel Chukwueze to the rescue. Will he score the way he did against Real Madrid against Sevilla? It is very possible. Victor Osimhen, can he do it against Juventus? All these matches coming up. But right now, we just have to get to that particular moment where you can call in. Go to 2 or 3 calls. Let's see. This particular talk, can Arsenal still win the Premier League title this season? We saw what happened yesterday between Arsenal and Southampton, where they played 3-3. In fact, Southampton nearly ran away with it. They were almost going away with it, but they came from behind and they were able to turn things around. Talking about Arsenal, and they were able to equalize those 2 goals. But really, they've been blowing it up little by little, and it's coming down. Yes, we know that they are ahead with 5 points, but can they stand it? Because considering the fact that Manchester City they have 2 matches right now to play before they even meet up. So can Arsenal still win the Premier League title this season? Call us to at least contribute your own, make your own contribution on the show. Let's quickly look at this together before we talk about the transfer stories. But really, Arsenal against Liverpool, a draw, and really they've not been doing so well. Looking at this is the 3rd draw they have in, and what's happening to the Gunners? Is it that they cannot hold it down after leading from beginning almost to the end, and it begins to wobble now? They are wobbling. Can they do it against Manchester City? By the time they meet up, it's going to be a tough one. Looking at that particular game there, that's going to be a big one, because Man City knows what is at stake. If they are able to win, they will cut it to 2 points, and if they are able to win the second one, they will also actually. Okay, we have a caller for Fuad from Abuja. Let's have you there.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, good to have you on the show. Do you believe that,
yes,
well, let's look at this together. And Arsenal still win the Premier League title this season?
Yes, I believe Arsenal can still win the title. Maybe due to 2 things. 1, sentiment, and 2, because I think they can still win it. The first reason why I say sentiment is I'm a Manchester United fan. So I prefer Arsenal winning it than Man City, our noisy neighbors. That is one reason. That's just sentiment. Then secondly, why I believe Arsenal can still win it is that we just have to do it the hard way now. I think the title decider will be the match against Man City, and I don't want to write off Arsenal winning that match, because Man City could be riding on the high spirit now, because they've been in fantastic form of late. So if they come into that match with that overconfidence, and the Arsenal team give all they have, I believe Arsenal can pull a shocker, and that could be a title decider. So I still believe Arsenal can win the league.
You still believe they can win the league? They are a good one. At least that contribution, yes. Really. But really, you see, I hope you are tilting towards Arsenal, because, like you say, your noisy neighbors.
Yes. Sentiment, just pure sentiment. I wish Arsenal wins it than Man City.
Okay, you wish Arsenal
it's better the trophy goes to London than the city of Manchester.
Wow, good one there. Well, I like that, for the fact that you are trying to be more concerning the fact that Arsenal, they deserve to win it after running through almost to the end of the season. They've really done well, really. Thank you so much for calling from Abuja there. Right now, before we go, let's quickly run through some transfer story before we wrap it up. PSG are preparing £133 million bid for Victor Osimhen. They really want to go for Victor Osimhen, and they are ready with £133 million. Although Didier Drogba is saying Osimhen shouldn't go. Just came out yesterday that he shouldn't go to PSG. We wait to see where Osimhen will be pitching his tent for next season. He's talking about some transfer. Roberto Firmino has agreed to join Barcelona when his Liverpool contract expires. He will be moving away from Anfield, and right now Barcelona is the next place to be, as news came out that he has agreed to join Barcelona on the contract there. there when this one expires. Manchester United will look to sell 12 first-team players this summer, including defender Harry Maguire, goalkeeper David De Gea, and Anthony Martial. They are trying to do a clear-out, and it's possible that those three names mentioned could be among those players, especially Harry Maguire. I'm sure a lot of Man United fans can't wait to get Maguire out of that club. And the last one, say Real Madrid's Croatia midfielder Luka Modric has received a contract offer from a Saudi Arabian club that will double his wages next season. Talking about the midfield maestro there, Luka Modric of Real Madrid getting a deal from Saudi Arabian team. All these are coming your way on the show Weekend Sport, where we're giving you update concerning activities. Those one we have actually reviewed and the one we previewed for you. Looking at the weekend matches, Rivers United against Young Africans will be fighting over there in Uyo, hoping that they will win this game before the second leg that they'll be traveling to Tanzania. More of this on the show. We want to appreciate your time staying with us. And for the caller, thanks so much for making that contribution. So it is always business and fitness. And still telling you here that you enjoy your break as you have a splendid weekend. I'm Adeniyi Ajisafe. Thanks for watching.